Hello you all, and welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, my name is Dominique and this is a Tempered Dream channel. On this channel we do a whole lot of gardening, we do some travel, and hey, we talk about Jesus. Hey, to my OGs, what's up? I want to say how appreciative of you I am, and to those of you who are new subscribers, hey, what's good? Thank you for joining along, coming along this journey. Listen, today I am excited. I have done more mail order plants this year than ever in my life. I've never done mail order plants. So let's see what I've got today. So can't remember where I ordered this from, but let's get it out so we can see what it is. I should have a knife instead of my good clean pruning shears, but guys, there we go. Oh, it's upright. That's a good thing. Okay, it's only one. I'm gonna have to call them. Oh, it might be two. Resilience seedless grape, 3-year bearing size. That 3 year is gonna be important, and I'll tell you why. I wanted to get into grapes, but you don't get grapes until the 2nd year. So I decided to buy, against my research advice that I had seen, I decided to buy 3-year grape canes. So you get grapefruit off of 3-year, off of the 2nd year's wood, not the 1st year. So these canes should produce grapes this year. Okay, y'all, I found them again. Patio peach trees, this time at Costco. And they have a bunch of them, and they are beautifully in bloom. Beautifully in bloom. I have been busy today, so I had to pick you up and move you. I have driven at least 180, 190 miles today. Just getting stuff ready so we could get to work today. So if you're new here, welcome to the vlog. My name is Dominique, and this is a Tempered Dream Garden channel. To my OGs, what's up? Y'all been rocking with me for a long time. Hey, it's spring gardening 2026. Not quite, but we're getting ready. So what I have are some growers pots. Horticultural perlite and vermiculite. And what you're not gonna see, well, you might see me struggle a little. I'm gonna turn the camera off. But a whole bunch of organic raised bed soil. You OGs, y'all know what that means. We're about to hand mix some soil, but I'm gonna do it the easy way. I'm not gonna pull this all the way out. I'm gonna go get the wheelbarrow. Shout out to my friends at No Name Farm. They gave me this wheelbarrow a few years back. I don't use it much, but when you need it, you need it. This is called Working Smarter. His goal is to get the patio peach tree planted, as well as the 2 grapevines planted. And if we have soil left over, to finish potting out the persimmon. So while we're mixing this soil, I'm gonna get these soaking in some water, and here's some rainwater right here. I'm gonna just stick them in the water so they can be hydrating. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our own potting soil. So to do that, we're going to do, I think it is half of this, a quarter vermiculite, and a quarter perlite. So let's go. Just about a whole bag. Perlite improves drainage. It keeps the roots from being too soggy, especially in a pot. If you put straight garden soil in a pot, you're going to have issues, but it doesn't take much perlite to do that. And vermiculite, it helps with holding water and nutrients. So perlite helps it drains, but the vermiculite makes sure that it doesn't run out too quickly. And we're gonna add a good amount of that. I just happen to have some peat moss, which also aids in moisture retention, and it's pretty dry, but I'm gonna add some of this in as well. It actually looks just about the same This is probably lighter actually. So I'm looking at the consistency. It doesn't have peat everywhere. It looks pretty good. Looks about the same, right? Excuse this little nub. You know that's the tripod nub. All right, so thing number one, let's get this peach tree planted. I'm gonna go ahead. If I'm happy with this soil, this might actually be the thing to do. Just to make it easier. You guys, I think that'll get it about level. It sure does. Now I'm going to, not gently at all, I'm gonna knock it out of the pot. Sit it down in the middle and backfill. Okay, now so what I should be doing is adding water in to make sure there are no air bubbles in this. I'm okay if there are, because I filled this up halfway with soil before adding the tree. So if there are a few air bubbles, it'll be fine and it'll settle. But the proper way to do it would be to put water in and add soil. And I might add a little bit of water just to try and get it level. Okay, we still have some freezing weather, so I had to go in. I didn't want to uncap the hose. So I'm going to water this down as best I can. It is cricket. Okay, that's what happens. Get the soil down in there. It's soaking on down. Soaking on down. Add some soil on this side. Okay, I figured out what's happening with my mic. When I walk away, the Bluetooth is disconnecting. So, okay. That took a lot of soil, but I've got this, I think this is the bonfire patio peach planted, and this is the bonanza right here. So, and these were what we saw at Costco. They had several of them. This must be like a trendy thing for 2026. But you saw how much soil that took. That took almost an entire, I think that's a 2 cubic foot bag of soil. So I have, I'm going to use these 2 smaller pots. So I expect them to take a whole bag. And then I'm going to use the remaining soil to finish planting out this espalier persimmon. And that's all we're going to be able to do today with the soil that we have. This really goes to show you, like, a lot of, for you beginning gardeners, OGs kind of know this, soil is expensive. If you can buy it by like the scoop, that's when you go to like a landscaping place or wherever, a nursery, and they have the big, you know, mounds of soil, and they scoop it with the bulldozer and drop it in a pickup truck if you have a pickup truck. That's where you're gonna save on stuff like this, because buying bag soil is just, it's gonna cost you. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the rest of this soil, peat moss, vermiculite, one thing I'll say is this vermiculite goes quite a long way. I didn't expect it to go as far as it's going. And perlite. I'm going to go ahead and start filling these bins up. Now, these were being a booger to separate. All right, I'm going to fill these up really quickly, and then I'm going to turn you guys back on. Okay, y'all, that took every bit of soil, and I'm thankful that I calculated it right. I grabbed 3 bags in Costco, not knowing that I was going to need all 3 of them, but I'm glad that I purchased 3 because it took almost a whole bag to fill up the peach tree, and then it took a whole bag to fill up these 2 pots. And I'm thinking it's going to take about 3/4 of a bag to finish that big pot back there. And that'll leave me a little bit. So I am grateful that I went ahead and bought 3 pots. I realized you couldn't see me just then. I'm grateful that I went ahead and bought 3 bags of soil. Let's get these, what are we planting? Let's get these grapevines planted. I'm pulling my grapes have been sitting over here hydrating. I don't want to show you that water because you think, ooh, but it's just some rainwater with pollen in it. So this is a Thompson seedless grape, and I'm going to put it up on the side of the screen so you can see everything, and I'll read to you everything about it. I'm going to go ahead. This is the Thompson seedless grapevine, and it says the world's most popular grape. I did order it off of the Tai website. It's one of the most widely grown and beloved seedless grape varieties in the world. It has a sweet, mild flavor, firm texture, and thin golden green skin. The vines are highly productive, producing large clusters of seedless grapes. They ripen beautifully in warm climates, which I have. They're enjoyed fresh, dried, as golden raisins, as juice, and they're a backyard garden essential. One of the main reasons I chose this grape variety is because it's in my grow zone. It has 6 through 10. I'm 8A. And this grape variety has chill hours of only 100 to 300 hours. That's important because sometimes it gets cold here and stays cold, and sometimes it doesn't. This plant is also this grapevine is self-pollinating, so I don't need another Thompson seedless grape. And that's why I chose it. Plant it first. So, I planted this kind of, I have to pull a little soil out. Oh, let me see, how deep was this thing buried? I think it was buried to about right here. And once I add water, this soil will soak down as well. And that just looks like a dead stick in a pot, right? It's not. Life is going to come out of that thing. It's amazing how God does this. Sometimes our life situations, look how this stick looks in this pot. They look like nothing is ever going to come of this situation, or even me. Like nothing is ever going to come of me, you know. Sometimes we find ourselves saying, Lord, what are you doing? But I'm reminded of a scripture, and it says that you knit my inmost being together, you form my inner parts. I'm gonna put it on the screen and pause right here so you can read it. So in those moments when it seems like, man, my life is just like a dry stick, like what is happening? What is God doing? God has knit you together. He's purposefully created you. He has a purpose for your life. That purpose, you'll see as you continue to live, as you continue to walk forward, sometimes in the space where it doesn't really make sense. Like, you don't really know, God, why did you call me to this job? Why am I here? I clock in, and you just haven't seen his purpose yet. His purpose may actually be for you in that job, as an example, or it may be that you're gaining something at that job that he's going to use somewhere else. But I encourage you to pray, Lord, guide me in your purpose. Lord, I surrender to your purpose. You knit me together, Lord. You know my inmost being. You know the inner me, not only my frame, my physical body, but Lord, you know my soul. You know my mind. You know the things that frustrate me, that make me sad, that make me feel like I'm kind of this dried up stick. You know all these things, Lord. And even though I'm feeling like this, I know that when my spring comes, when the rain hits me, when my soul is watered, when my spirit is fed, when you move me into the place for growth that I need to be and water me in and feed me, that I'm going to produce, and you are going to be just like these grapevines who look dead, But I guarantee you, life, not only is life coming out of these vines, leaves, but fruit. You're going to bear much fruit, and you're going to bear good fruit. All right. Okay. Oh, oh boy. So hopefully this doesn't stay too wet back here. I can add some the Lord bless and keep you and make his face to shine upon you. See you next time.